A former Navy admiral who had retired, I guess he was trying to get away from the charges. I don't know. Um, his name is Robert P. Burke. Once the second highest uniformed officer in the Navy, was commanding its forces in Europe and Africa, and, well, he got bribed. Knowingly got bribed. This wasn't some innocent thing. He's now been sentenced to 6 years. The company that did it is NextJump, privately held technology and services company that provides employee engagement and rewards program to large corporations. The firm was founded in 1994 by Charlie Kim, who's currently indicted, getting ready to stand trial, and is headquartered in New York City with offices in Boston, San Francisco, and London. Charlie Kim and Megan Messenger were arrested on charges of bribing U.S. Navy Admiral Robert P. Burke to steer government contracts to NextJump in exchange for an offer of employment. Yes, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to read through this. So, folks, let's get into the story. But first, hit like and subscribe if you want to hear about the stupidity that goes on within our government. Also, if you don't mind, if you're on YouTube, I have a little store down there. I got a couple of things. Take a look at them. That's all I'm asking. If you don't like it, I'd like to know what people would want. But let's get into this story. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. Okay, this is coming from military.com and them actually covering military things instead of lying about things. Retired four-star U.S. Navy admiral was sentenced on Tuesday to 6 years in prison for his conviction on corruption charges that he agreed to exchange a military contract for a lucrative post-retirement job. Retired Admiral Robert P. Burke, once the second highest, okay, I've already covered that, a jury, convicted Burke of 4 counts, including conspiracy and accepting a bribe after a trial in May. A separate trial for Burke's co-defendants, NextJump CEOs Yonkel, Charlie Kim, and Megan Messenger, ended with a hung jury and a mistrial last Thursday. Burke, 63, declined to address the court before U.S. District Judge Trevor McFadden in Washington, D.C. sentenced him. This was blatantly unlawful, as you well know, the judge told him, but you did it anyway. The judge told Burke that he betrayed the public's trust in his oath of office. This sad day and a sad chapter in the U.S. Navy. Prosecutors sought a 10-year prison sentence for Burke, saying he abused power and position to enrich himself at the Navy's expense. They're going to appeal his conviction. Kim and Messenger agreed to pay Burke $500,000 salary with stock options projected to be worth millions, according to the prosecutors. In exchange, they said Burke ordered his staff to give a contract to NextJump and promoted the company's product to other senior Navy commanders. Burke's attorney said a military commander with his experience could have landed a better paying job in the private sector. He was not motivated by greed, supposedly, but by a belief in In 2018, NextJump had a multi-million-dollar Navy contract to provide workforce training to an office under Burke's command. But the Navy terminated the poorly received pilot program after approximately 1 year, the prosecutor said. 2021, Burke privately met with Kim and Messenger to discuss another contract. Kim and Messenger proposed a contract to provide basically the same programming that had failed 2 years earlier, according to prosecutors. Several months later, Burke ordered subordinates to Ensure next jump to add the contract to train Navy personnel in Italy and Spain, prosecutor said. The truth is, Burke knew this training was a waste of time and money and not suitable for his command, let alone the entire Navy, prosecutors wrote. Burke later retired from the Navy and joined Next Jump in October 2022. Reed Brodsky, one of Messenger's attorneys, said there was no link between the job offer and the contract. Brodsky argued at trial that Burke repeatedly lied to Messenger and Kim about the contracting process. They relied on the Admiral. The Admiral was the expert. The Admiral lied and concealed, Brodsky told jurors during the transcript. Now, there's a whole lot to take in there, but basically, what this is saying is that yes, we can start getting some of these people put in prison. These folks that destroy our nation, they are scum, they're parasites. Okay, this guy had a long career in the Navy, and he probably did a lot of good things, but he violated the trust of his command. Well, he's going to prison. It's about time. We need more members of government going to prison, whether it's military folks, whether it's, you know, civilian folks, it don't matter. If you broke the trust, they need to go to prison. And hey, I'm going to be one of the first ones that's going to scream and yell they need to go to prison. I'm glad this happened. Thought I'd bring this to your attention. This has been Paul, Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Well, hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.